Watch original photos and videos related to this news by clicking on the link given in the description below the article courtesy. Please subscribe our YouTube channel Listen News Here. If you like the video, please like, comment and share the video. Nick Foles and Mitchell Trubisky squared off against each other in the playoffs at the end of the 2018 season. You probably remember the game. The Eagles beat the Bears 16-15 thanks to the legendary, partially blocked Cody Parkey, double-doink missed field goal. As the final score indicates, this was no epic quarterback shootout. Trubisky threw for 303 yards and 1 touchdown. Foles, the guy who supposedly has playoff magic, went 25 of 40 for 266 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 first-half interceptions. It was a battle between an inconsistent second-year quarterback and a solid backup, and that's precisely how it looked. 14 months later, Trubisky and Foles are competitors in a different way. Per multiple reports, the Bears traded a 4th-round pick to the Jaguars for Foles. The two teams will share the burden of Foles' cumbersome 2019 contract. The Jaguars must swallow the rest of his signing bonus, while the Bears take on $21 million guaranteed over the next 3 years, per ESPN's Adam Schefter. There's going to be a quarterback competition in Chicago, and it will be as ugly as a missed field goal bouncing off a defender's fingertips, the left upright and the crossbar. Foles' career has been on a downward trajectory since that playoff victory. The Eagles bowed out in the second round of the postseason that year. A brief nationwide attempt to ignite a Foles versus Carson Wentz quarterback controversy sizzled when common sense prevailed. The Eagles allowed Foles, the MVP of Super Bowl 52 but a journeyman spot starter on his best day, to test the free agent market. The Jaguars snapped him up for 4 years and $88 million, because common sense never prevails in Jacksonville. Foles was supposed to be the game-managing quarterback who helped the Jaguars win with running and defense. But he suffered a collarbone injury in the season opener and was upstaged by rookie Gardner Minshew too. He returned to play miserably in 3 more starts before getting benched for the remainder of the season in favor of Minshew. The Jaguars were eager to dump his salary in a trade but appeared unlikely to find a partner in a market saturated with pricey third-tier journeymen, Joe Flacco and Andy Dalton on the trade market, Case Keenum in free agency, etc. Enter Bears general manager Ryan Pace, a man with 2 offseason agendas. 1. Justify his decision to trade up to select Trubisky, instead of Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson, in the 2017 draft. 2. Make the Bears a playoff team again. In that order. Trubisky still had some quarterback of the future luster after leading the Bears to an 11-3 record as a starter in 2018, though he always looked his best when the Bears' defense had its foot on the opponent's throat and all he was asked to do was punch the ball in after turnovers. Reality set in last year when the Bears' defense stopped producing more than 2 takeaways per game and opponents weren't as fooled by Matt Nagy's Chiefs' light game plans. Trubisky was a human blooper reel when pressured and went through streaks in which it looked like he was spraying passes through a lawn sprinkler. He still has his supporters in Chicago, however, folks who believe that he just needs more experience, more weapons or better coaching. Pace is the most important of those supporters, and he's the guy in charge. So the Bears hired a think tank of assistant offensive coaches, Bill Lazor, John DiFilippo, to help Nagy nurture Trubisky and then signed Jimmy Graham to solve a perennial problem at tight end. Foles is the final piece of the puzzle, part big brother with an Eagle Scout personality, part coach in the quarterback room familiar with Nagy, Lazor, Flip and their various schemes from past stops, part much decorated challenger who is not, in fact, very challenging. Foles would have been useful as a mentor for a rookie quarterback. He could help a contender the way he helped the Eagles, as a reliever with a strong arm and experience who won't wilt in the spotlight. But he's also an immobile oak tree with minimal upside, making him the worst type of challenger for Trubisky. If he wins a training camp battle, it means that the Bears invested the 2nd overall pick in the draft and 3 full seasons of development on a quarterback incapable of beating Nick Foles in a training camp battle. Given the coaching staff's relationship with Foles and Pace's need to justify his Trubisky decision, it would probably open up an organizational rift for good measure. The Bears are making the same mistake the Jaguars made in signing Foles. They believe that their defense is so dominant that they can win with a caretaker quarterback, whether Trubisky or Foles is that caretaker. They are hoping DeFilippo can bring back the Super Bowl version of Foles, which is exactly what the Jaguars hoped. Foles was the Jaguars' overreaction to Blake Bortles, who was like Trubisky in many ways, an erratic first-round reach who fooled the organization and some fans with a few highlights during a defense-dominated playoff run. At least the Jaguars gave up on Bortles before Foles arrived. The Bears refused to give up on Trubisky, even though this was the year to do it, with options from Tom Brady to Teddy Bridgewater to Cam Newton to Justin Herbert among the realm of possibilities. But starting over is scary, and for general managers, admitting a mistake is even scarier. So the Bears did what unsuccessful organizations do all too often, overpaid for ordinary at best quarterback play. Trubisky versus Foles is the worst kind of quarterback competition, fast-fading former prospect against overpriced journeyman. The Bears are throwing time, money and resources at two players, hoping one of them turns his career around. The most likely result will be a season of flip-flopping, Foles fumbles, Trubisky blunders and another missed opportunity to make a Super Bowl run while the defense still has a few championship-caliber pieces. 14 months ago, the Bears and Eagles battled down to the final seconds in a playoff duel of unimpressive quarterbacks. Today, for some reason, the Bears employ both of those quarterbacks. They better hope their defense holds a lot of opponents to 16 points next year.